Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Happy Hour set. Jay Croucher, Matthew Berry, along with San Francisco 49ers running back and fantasy football legend, Chris McCaffrey. You know, Christian, so many people I'm sure say to you, oh, you know, I always believed in you, and like, you know, and I believed you'd have a good year this year. But we actually did, and we have proof. Watch this. So I'm just going to say CMC is healthy. I have him at running back 4 this week, but there's a very real possibility that he ends the week as the #1 running back in fantasy, and then he gets back out there and reminds everyone, oh yeah, he's that dude. So I'm in on CMC this year. There you go. So by the way, that was preseason. Thank you much. Yeah, by the way, thank you for making me look smart. I very much appreciate that.
A very bold take that Christian McCaffrey was going to have a good year. Well done by you, Matthew. I think the thing, Christian, that everyone was worried about was just coming off the injury last year. Now you lead the NFL in touches. Like, what were you able to do in the offseason to prepare your body for that type of load?
Yeah, well, you know, it was obviously, you know, didn't end the season that I wanted last year. And, you know, I knew I had a bunch of stuff I needed to do. And, you know, got with a great group of guys, great group of trainers who, you know, I trusted them completely. You know, went and did everything I could to come back to being myself. And I mean, I remember even my trainer telling me, look, this is going to be a long off season. You know, long days. There was a lot I had to fix, a lot I had to get going, and just trusted the plan, committed to it, and you know, it worked out. And look, you can do everything right, and it still goes wrong. So that's football. That's the NFL, and I was fortunate enough and feel very blessed to be able to play in every game this year, and you know, looking and excited to do the same for next year.
Yeah. I know some of the training you did was with Bijan Robinson. I'm just curious, like when you have those sessions with Bijan, when you train, is it a complete open book, or are you like keeping any secrets, or how does that work?
No, I mean, with somebody like that, man, you just have to watch. You know, you literally just watch. You see how the way, not just how he trains and how gifted he is, but the way he carries himself. You know, it's no shock why he's had the success he's had. But, you know, it turned out, you know, it started being something, hey, man, I'd love to get some work in. And we had mutual respect for each other and had talked in the past. You know, I'd love to get work in and, you know, maybe pick your brain a little bit. It just turned into a great friendship, you know, and somebody that I kept in touch with the whole season. You know, we'll do it again this year, and again, just became a really good friend.
As you head into this offseason, Christian, is the mindset different? So last year, obviously, you're coming off a serious injury, you're getting ready for the season, but now, after, you know, another massive workload, you've now led the NFL in touches 2 of the last 3 seasons. Is the mindset different, or is it more the same because obviously it worked so well last offseason?
Yeah, conceptually it's the same. It's, you know, it's building the foundation the entire offseason to withstand the storm of the season, you know, and that's really what it is. And that's mind, body, and spirit. That's in all ways just you know, kind of taking care of anything that happened during the season, getting your body back to full speed, and then continuing to move. You know, it's really a nonstop job. You know, you take too much time off, it can be detrimental, and so it's you're kind of right back to it. Obviously, you don't go extremely hard right away, but I always say motion is lotion. So staying active, staying moving, keeping my body in the best shape, and just trusting my training.
Yeah, Matthew Berry uses that same speech to himself often. Motion is very much lotion. You had one of the greatest receiving seasons of all time for a running back. Obviously, the Niners, your receivers are banged up all year. Is there a conversation with the coaching staff at some point earlier in the year where there was the discussion that, you know, you need to be our #1 receiver effectively, or was that just something that evolved naturally over the course?
I don't think anyone ever has a conversation with a coach about, you know, being the #1 receiver, and you know, it's more of, hey, what's happening in the game, where do we have matchup issues, or where do we have matchup advantages, and go from there. You know, I think a lot of times too, it's we have such a great team in the sense that it's very complimentary football. So if a guy like George Kittle's on the field and I'm on the field, he takes so much weight off me. Because you have to account for him, which leaves me open, you know. And when you have quarterbacks who can push the ball downfield as good as anybody, but also know when to check it down, and you know, one of my abilities is being good in space, being able to find zones, sit in them, and beat man coverage on choice routes. Like that can be really effective, and it's something for me that I try to take advantage of. I've always prided myself on being a complete back, and not just running the ball, but also being able to, you know, not just line up out at receiver and run receiver routes, but to do it really well. You know, I try to do that. I train like that in the off season so that whatever position I'm asked to be in, I can be effective.
Speaking of George, friend of the show, we've had him on the show multiple times. We love George Kittle here. Awful injury that we saw the story came out that when he was in the locker room after the injury, he asked for a bottle of tequila. Jed York brought him a bottle of tequila. Can you confirm this story? Is this
Yeah, I can confirm it. I wish everybody had a George Kittle in their life.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean that. He provides a perspective on life that I think everybody needs. You know, we went golfing in Cabo a few days after the last game, and he's out there fresh off a surgery in a boot. You know, bought a robotic golf club that hits the ball. He sets his distances.
I saw that on Instagram.
And he's just having a blast, man. And it's such a good perspective to have. Here's one of the best players in football, who just has the greatest joy for life. And you know, when you have someone like that, you know, has a terrible injury happen, and you know, has a bottle of tequila in the locker room with the owner after him, and that's George, man. It's genuine. It's so fun to be around, and he's just you know, the best teammate and an unbelievable friend.
Yeah, well, from bottle of tequila to can of Olipop, can you tell us about your partnership with Olipop that you just cracked open?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's an easy partnership because I have these all the time, and I've been bugging my agents, man. We got to get an Olipop deal because I love these things. But it's, you know, as somebody who's very health conscious, I pride myself in taking care of myself, and Olipop is the perfect partnership because it's a soda you can feel good about drinking. You know, end of the day, long day training, you want a treat, it's the best treat. It's low in sugar, high in fiber. It's a prebiotic, so it's obviously good for your gut, and you know, just tastes incredible. Sometimes you get these drinks that, you know, they're healthy and they taste healthy. These taste like soda, and it's funny. Everybody that I've had interviews with has been super excited about trying them. So you guys definitely got to try them at some point. It's a fantastic drink.
We absolutely will. Believe me, I'll absolutely try it. In the meantime, while we're doing this, I don't know if you saw this, but earlier this week, your coach, Kyle Shanahan, was at a press event. I don't know if you've seen this clip or not, but here's the clip right here. So there's Roger Goodell, he throws a little football. There's Andrew Luck, he throws football a little bit further. But then your coach decides, it's like, go long, go long. He's pointing.
Yep.
He breaks the TV. Doesn't come anywhere close.
Yep. And he's
also,
happy about it.
He's not embarrassed about it at all, which is the real takeaway from that video for me.
Yeah. No. He
Yeah,
completely owns it.
Yeah.
I think when you're in meetings and you hear how he coaches Brock, you know, a lot of F-bombs, so I won't repeat all of them. But you know, he loves when you just rip it.
Yeah.
You know, he loves when you play with confidence. You see his smile after that?
Yeah.
Oh, he's pumped up. He's like, yeah, that's how you throw a football. He didn't care. That's Kyle.
He did. Brock should have that video on, you know, next time he throws a pick, he needs to be like, listen.
He doesn't care. Hey, if you throw a pick but you're decisive and you rip it, on to the next one, man. But I love the you know, mentality.
Yeah. Last one.
It's good to see he practices what he preaches.
No
Last one I
doubt.
got for you, Christian. A lot of dancing from Brock Purdy this year. Felt like his personality really came out this season.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he's always been like that. You know, obviously sometimes in public it's a little different, but it was really cool to see his personality come out. You know, he's a serious guy, an intense guy, but he's extremely fun too. And you know, we had a blast this year. Obviously, it didn't always go the way we wanted to, and we lost some key guys, but we had a lot of fun playing football, man. And you know what? It was a group that brought the personality out in you. I think a lot of times that's a testament to the kind of team we had, where we were all so loose together, man. Everything was fun. It was time to be serious. We were serious, but we had a blast together, and just approached the season with a real love for each other and a real love for football. It was fun to be a part of.
I thought Kyle did an unbelievable job this year. I mean, he's always been one of the best coaches in the NFL, but this year especially, given all the injuries and having to, you know, start multiple quarterbacks throughout the year, and, you know, I thought Kyle did an unbelievable job.
Yeah.
Christian, last thing for you here. So our show is called Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So when we're not on Radio Row, we shoot our show in a bar. We do a lot of bar games and everything like that. And I was wondering if I'm sure you've never played beer pong in your life, but
I've only done it with Olipop.
we have understood. So Olipop pong. But we'd love for you to. So we're calling you in for a celebrity pong shot here. We've asked all of our guests to take a shot. No one has hit it yet. No. You stand up like you would
right.
like in a normal beer pong here. Move this out of here. We'll
Watch
get this.
the elbows.
Yep.
Yeah,
This is the technique, the CMC technique.
Oh, that
counts.
That counts. You had a bunch of balls in there. That
You guys
counts.
are sabotaging the show, man.
That absolutely
That counts.
counts.
That's it.
There you go. That's
Man,
walk
bring me
off
back to
shot
the college days.
Yeah, well done.
Well, you're the first one to hit it as well.
That's good to hear.
We were over for 6 or 7 before that.
Superstar for the 49ers,
Yep.
superstar in fantasy football now, superstar in beer pong. Is there anything Chris McCaffrey can't do, Jay?
No, can crack open an lollipop with the best of them as well.
Yeah,
Very good.
1,000%. Well, listen, Christian, obviously, I'm sure fantasy football comes up all the time in your life. People come up and tell you since you've come into the league, you've always been one of the first draft picks. You're always a first-round pick. So on behalf of fantasy managers everywhere, thank you.
I appreciate it, man. Myself, my fantasy managers, we've been through a lot together over these last 9 years.
Yeah.
But those who have stuck with me, I love you guys and I appreciate you.
I have you on every single dynasty team. I'm just saying. So I've stuck with you through 9 years.
Appreciate it.
Anyway, Chris McCaffrey, thank you so much. Thank you to Ollie Pop for giving us a few minutes of your time. Best of luck next season.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.